Blood web improvements. We saw this. Too many blood points. Blah, blah, blah. Is this anything new? I don't want to read all this shit. Node in the middle. Buy all. I think that's what we saw. Partially to complete blood webs if you grab anything. Yeah, okay. So that's what I was saying. Like, usually there's a blood web. You grab the escape cake. You grab the flashlight. And that's all you care about. And then you could just buy the middle. So that's what they're saying. That's possible. Press to buy. Ever wanted to watch the blood points fly from your pockets? New default interaction only requires you to press the node to purchase it. Oh, thank fuck. Oh my lord. This is all they needed to do. I mean, like, honestly, fuck the buy all feature. I probably won't even use this unless the blood web's empty. If there's a press to buy, like, you can just go boom, boom, boom. Fuck off. You just click boom, 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 boom. Be done in like 2 seconds. This is all that was needed. That's actually a W. Starting off good. Maybe the rest of the update will be good. You know, that's a W. Visual tear radius. We saw this too, coming from mobile. Visual radius option. Okay, so it's gonna be a setting. I don't really care about this. It's cool, you know, for the people that need it. You know, W change, I guess. 2 W changes. 2 W changes. God, this update's gonna be the best. This is gonna be the greatest update that they've ever had. Auto Haven Wreckers map updates. 2 Auto Havens Wreckers match. Blood Lodge and Gas Haven. Blood Lodge. Blood Lodge can be a bit mixed. Oh my god, another raid. Andy, thank you for the raid. Hopefully your stream was amazing. We get some raid magnets. Welcome in, everybody. Blood Lodge can be a bit of a mixed bag. Depending on how the map generates, there can be plenty of safe pallets near the center, or very few, creating a very safe dead zone. This area is also very line of sight blockers. You can make it difficult to regular to block up. Around the edge of the map, the other hand features maps, maze tiles, high walls, blah, blah, blah. Okay. To remedy this, we are making significant layout changes to the map. The Blood Lodge itself will now appear closer to the center of the map, breaking up line of sight, separating some of the safer loops. The maze tiles have also been separated from one another, making it more difficult to combine them. I mean, they were all... Okay, the 2 by Shack were easy to combine, but, like, they weren't that close together. I didn't see Blood Lodge as much of a problem, I'm not gonna lie. Gas Haven features unique car piles. Going forward, these car piles will be broken up into smaller, single-tile chunks. These car piles will also feature potential spawn locations for pallets, helping reduce the potential for dead zones to appear. Are they gonna put a god pallet? So, like, on Gas Haven, you had... This pile looks a lot closer to main. Okay, this actually looks super different. Usually the cars were here. Are they gonna, like, just put a break in the cars in the middle with a god pallet? That shit would be kind of funny. The Gas Haven gas station itself has been moved closer to the center. Okay, that's what I noticed here. Since this makes the building much easier to get to and from anywhere on the map, we're respawning rules to prevent strong combinations of window spawning. Yeah, this main building is pretty ass. I wonder if they did anything to the god window. Here it comes. Oh no. It's been decent so far. This hasn't been bad. Surely it couldn't go worse. New edge tiles, small tiles that run along the map's boundaries. Like Z-walls? Here it comes. Here it comes. There is no better way to avoid being put on a hook than healing your injuries. Even if the killer is relentless, an extra health state can buy your team more time to work on gens. Having easy access to quick and plentiful heals can cause problems, particularly for highly skilled survivors who can evade the killer for quite some time. An emergency medkit alone can heal the damage. So emergency medkits are a problem. Like, it is stupid how quick you can heal. This doesn't even begin to factor in all sorts of perks and add-ons, which can speed up healing. For killers, this means blah, blah, blah. First, healing will now take 24 seconds by default. Previously was 16. 8 more seconds? 8 seconds is a lot. 8 seconds is a lot. What is it going to be like with Sloppy then? Is it going to be like a fucking 35-second heal with Sloppy? We have rebalanced medkits across the board. All medkits now have 24 charges by default. That's 2 heals, right? I thought 16 charges was a heal. I don't know. Anyway. 1 heal? A heal takes 24. Oh, I'm tripping. I thought it was 16. Unless they changed it. Camping. So this is the brown medkit. Increases the altruistic healing speed by 20. So altruistic. This means if you're healing someone else, right? If you're healing yourself, it won't increase at all. That's the change. 16 to 24. Oh, each charge is a second. You know, I never got that. That makes so much sense. I didn't realize each charge of a medkit was like a second of the healing. 10,000 hours and I never got that. That's crazy. So the yellow medkit increased altruistic healing speed, blah, blah, blah. Again, not self-healing speed. Green medkit. Altruistic healing speed by 30, so they nerfed this. No longer increase the speed at which you heal yourself. Ooh. I don't know. I kind of like these changes for medkits, but I don't know about base kit. I don't know about base kit. Like if I'm healing June without a medkit, I don't think it should take longer. Purple medkit increases healing speed, increases skill check success zones, increases great skill. Okay, so it's just kind of whatever. But the purple medkit only gives 1 heal now, huh? Yeah, bro. What are they gonna do to Sloppy? What are they gonna do to Sloppy? This isn't the worst of the worst. I do think like 24 seconds is kind of ridiculous. The medkits definitely needed a change though. Moving on to perks. First up, Gearhead currently reveals the aura. I'm sure none of us knew this, by the way. I don't think I knew this. Gearhead currently reveals the aura of the next survivor to hit a great skill check after a survivor loses a health state. These conditions require quite a bit of work and luck on the killer's part. Honestly, didn't know that. Gearhead will receive a slight rework. When a survivor loses a health state, Gearhead activates for 30 seconds. While active, any survivor who hits a good skill check will have their aura revealed to the killer. Okay, this is still shit. this perk is still shit. Overzealous grants a repair speed bonus when cleansing a totem and a larger bonus when cleansing a hex totem. Little did we know the skirmishes this would cause between boon lovers out there. Moving forward, Overzealous will also activate when blessing a totem in addition to cleansing. Slightly increase the bonus. Okay, Overzealous with a little buff. Pain Res. This perk has gradually found its way back into the meta. Yeah, no shit. To address this, we have given Scourge Hook Pain Resonance a slight rework. The perk starts with 4 tokens. The first time a survivor is hooked on a Scourge Hook, gem with the most probably explodes. We've reduced the difference between the different tiers. It's still 50%. Who the fuck has tier 1 perks in 2023? Come on. So you can only use it 4 times? The first time each survivor is hooked. Oh, it's like barbecue. So you only get value on first hooks. Okay. I kind of like it. This perk was fucking so strong. This perk was strong as fuck. So I don't mind this change. I don't want to look. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. Though Deadhard initially fell from grace after the 6.1.0 update, it has steadily climbed back to being one of the most prominent survivor perks. Deadhard already requires some precision to use, and further reducing the invulnerability window can make it far too unreliable and frustrating. Therefore, Deadhard has also received a slight rework. Deadhard will activate after safely unhooking a survivor. Oh my god. When activated, press the active ability button while injured and running to gain the endurance status effect. So it's the same as it was. Deadhard will deactivate. God, bro. These devs are so stupid. This is absurd. I cannot wait for killer mains to start complaining about 4 sprint bursts every game, bro. This is what they wanted. They're gonna fucking taste it. Deadhard was not a problem. They fixed it. It had a counter. It literally had a counter. You could wait it out. 0.5 seconds. 95% of Deadhards were counterable if you just waited. Those ones where like you have to swing at a pallet and it's either you don't swing, get stunned, or hit the Deadhard, that's like 5 to 10% of the time. The other 90% of times you get hit with a Deadhard, it's your fault as a killer, and they refuse to admit that. They just complain about it instead of saying that they could have played better. But yeah, gonna be 4 sprint bursts now. Just wait. Just wait, killer mains, until you walk up to a survivor and they're fucking 30 yards gone. You're gonna be wishing you had Deadhard back. Call O'Brien quickly rose in popularity following the meta shakeup, blah, blah, blah. Tone down his power reave, reduced the additional regression speed to 125, was 200. They didn't take away the information it gave you. The regression wasn't the problem. I mean, the regression was definitely strong. What the fuck is the point of surveillance if Call O'Brien does it for you? Like, I will never understand that. They always like make it a thing to change perks that aren't useful or that get like if something gets added to a base kit, like Skull Merchant's add-on, the one that the Claw Trap where if you vault you break a pallet, that is base kit now, so they change the add-on because something else does it. They change the add-on to do something else. Call O'Brien does what surveillance does. So either get rid of that or change surveillance. Like I'll never understand that. That makes zero sense to me. Anyway, moving along. Overcharge. To bring it in line with other perks, we've reduced the maximum regression speed to 130. This would make it take longer. Blah, blah, blah. We've increased starting regression. Okay, whatever. Whatever. The penalty for missing a skill check has been reduced. I guess good changes all around. I guess these are good changes. Here we go. Here's Boon. Here we go. This perk has become the jack of all trades of healing perks. Not only does it allow you and your fellow survivors to heal without a medkit, but also increases the speed. Going forward, Boon will no longer allow survivors to heal without a medkit. Instead, it will provide a 40, 45, 50 healing speed bonus to others. To healing others. So even if you're self-healing, it doesn't give you a bonus? This bonus will not apply to healing done with a medkit. Oh my god. This is never going to get used. This perk is dead. Who would ever use this? The auras of injured survivors within the Boon's range will be revealed. Just run fucking Bond. Oh my lord. That is the most useless perk. I think I'd rather run Shadow Step now. Just like, I mean, Boons were kind of like super strong, but like this much? They didn't need to hit it this hard. They do this every time, like with Eruption. A perk is strong and they literally destroy it. They drop a nuclear bomb on it. There's ways to nerf things where it doesn't kill the perk. I don't think they know that. That is possible. I don't know. I'm not that upset about this. I'm more upset about Dead Hard. This is like, it's still like, god damn, but the other updates. Starting with this mid-chapter, we'd like to include a bundle of small tweaks to various killers in each update. These will be a smaller scale rather than reworks we've done in the past, focusing more on the number of tweaks, blah, blah, blah. Hillbilly. Start your chainsaws, and don't worry about them overheating. We've adjusted the Hillbilly's overheat mechanic to be much more forgiving, instead of just removing it. The amount of heat generated from both starting to rev and continuing to rev has been dramatically reduced, making the overheat mechanic almost a non-factor when used in loops, blah, 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 blah. The amount of heat generated while chainsaw sprinting, on the other hand, has been slightly increased. Okay, whatever. We've toned down the Doom Engravings and Death Engravings add-on. These add-ons will provide less movement speed than before. Bro, there is no fucking way. There is literally no way. Behavior's track record of getting rid of fun just never ends. Ever. Banana, I have not read anything. I have... Y'all did not allow me to be on Twitter. I couldn't be on social media all morning. For you. For y'all. This is I had the most boring morning ever just for you guys. The pig. The John's Medical File add-on increases the pig's crouch movement speed. This add-on hasn't been performing well, so we've increased this add-on's movement speed. Okay, whatever. Who plays pig? Two of Oni's add-ons, Blackened Toenail and Bloody Sash, will allow him to move faster while absorbing orbs, losing less ground. These add-ons weren't performing well, so okay, whatever. Nightmare Sheep Block and Unicron Block, Blindness. These add-ons weren't doing well. Okay. Fucking Peepee Head. These are all pointless. Pointless changes to add-ons, aren't they? Duration, whatever. Pinky Finger can be incredibly powerful, allowing Clown to instantly down a survivor after hitting them directly with a bottle. We previously toned this add-on down by reducing the maximum number of bottles the Clown can hold, but it seems like this downside was not enough to bring it in line with the ultra-rare add-ons. Going forward, this add-on will reduce the maximum bottles held by 3. Just... You literally did it with Huntress. Eerie Head, 1 hatchet. But you just can't use Infantry Belt to get more hatchets. Just do that. Make it so you can't have more than 2. Now, like, oh my god. Now it's just going to be Pinky Finger with, what is it, Cigar Box, I think, that gives you 2 more bottles. So now it's going to be Pinky Finger, which gives you 1 bottle, plus Cigar Box. It's going to be 3 bottles. Just make it so it's a 2 maximum. Cheap gym bottle, not Cigar Box. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. The answer is so obviously right. It's like, you know when you're taking a test in school, multiple choice, and the teacher messes up. It doesn't make sense. So the teacher goes, I messed up on number 2. You guys can just circle C. C is the correct answer. The devs still circle A. The answer is given to you. And you still get it wrong. It's unbelievable. Bright light interactions removal. Okay, whatever. When Nebadale was first released, only 3 killers were in the game. It wasn't unreasonable to bring a toolbox just in case you faced off against Trapper, or a flashlight to burn Wraith when it was a 1 in 3 chance. But as the killer roster has grown, these mechanics have started to feel out of place. The majority of killers do not have any interaction with survivor items, leading to the ones that do feeling unfairly punished by something beyond their control. In the past, we've removed abilities to Sabo Trapper's traps. This update will be removing flashlight interactions with various killers' powers, since some of these actions aren't very well known. We have removed the ability to burn Wraith out of his cloak. Nurse can also be burned while blinking. This didn't come up very often since it was very risky and difficult to pull off, but it's also being removed. You know, something that happens 1 every 10,000 games. Obviously, it's a problem. Let's remove it. Let's remove it. The Wraith one a little more, but still, like... no fun. Survivors could shine a flashlight at crows to scare them away. This also didn't come into play very often, since the crows could easily be shooed away without using flashlight charges. So did they remove it? They didn't say they're removing it. They said here, this will also be removed. They didn't say they're removing this one. I assume they are, but they didn't say it.
Thinks about how much charge gets wasted to do these things, and now it's removed.
Yeah, it took about 1/3 to 1/2 of a yellow beam with no add-ons to burn a Wraith. Flashlights have long been able to counter Hag's traps. Removing flashlight effect from the Hag's power is a little trickier, since it would leave survivors with no option but to set off the trap and risk the Hag teleporting it. To ensure this doesn't make the Hag too oppressive, we are adding the ability to wipe away the Phantasm trap. In order to do so, survivors will need to spot the trap, crouch over to it, and then just perform a several long action to clear it. This is terrible. This is worse. This is worse. If a survivor, by the off chance, had a flashlight, they could counter. Now, they can counter no matter what. I think this is worse. It depends on how long it takes to clear it. Several second long action. I think this is worse. Yeah, now everyone can mess around with traps. Simple fix. You have to beam a trap for 5 seconds to burn it. Done. Can't do it mid-chase. It uses up a lot of flashlight, so you're not going to have as much battery to do it all game. Again, 5, I'm just throwing shit out. Again, the answer's there. The answer's C. Circle C. They circle B. Deep Rift and beyond. Late last year, deeper level of the Rift was revealed, allowing players who had already reached tier 70 to go above and beyond. And don't tell me they're removing this shit, because it's too hard to reach. And continue progressing to earn alternate versions of outfits, starting with the Tools of Torment mid-chapter. The Deep Rift will feature unique visuals to better differentiate between bonus Rift tiers from the regular Rift. Better differentiate? Does that mean we're getting completely different cosmetics, or are we still going to be reskinning, just with different colors? As for tomes, you may notice a new trend emerging, where the most recent chapter lore is expanded in the following tome. It's no coincidence that this is something we'll be doing for all new characters. I mean, who the fuck reads lore? Come on, let's be honest. Licensed chapters, meanwhile, will be maybe an exception. While we would love to expand upon their stories, does anyone here actually read lore? Like, genuinely? No. Yeah. I feel like they spend so much time on the lore when they just, like, you know, could make their game better. Public test build for Tools of Torment mid-chapter will open next week. We look forward to reading your feedback. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't.